What is happening beneath Antarctica? In 1985, a naval engineer stationed at McMurdo Station in Antarctica made a terrifying discovery. While transporting supplies and crew members to sites around Antarctica, he and his crew reported seeing circular aircraft flying above an area known as the Beardmore Glacier. However, they were never allowed to investigate further as the area was designated as an air exclusion zone. At one point, they received an emergency call to rescue an injured crew member who had gone on an expedition. The captain knew they wouldn't make it in time using conventional flight routes, so he decided to fly through the Beardmore Glacier to reach the injured individual. However, upon entering the air exclusion zone, they witnessed a giant hole the size of a football field leading beneath the ice. Eventually, they successfully rescued the injured crew member, but upon returning to McMurdo Station, they were greeted by a man in black who told them, "What you saw at the pole, you did not see. If you speak of it, you will have serious problems."
The 3 most dangerous places you should never go swimming. Number 3, Lake Karachay. Lake Karachay is located in western Russia. It's also the most polluted lake on the planet. The Russian government intentionally polluted it with radioactive waste back in the days when no regulations applied. The water in this lake is so contaminated that it could kill you in an hour. Number 2, Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria is the largest lake in Africa. Every year, 5,000 people die there. The lake has its own weather system isolated from the rest of the world, and the weather can change from clear and sunny to stormy without any warning. If the weather changes while you're swimming, you might not make it out alive. Before revealing the number 1, remember to subscribe and like the video. Number 1. This might look like a beautiful place to swim, but it's actually one of the most dangerous places to swim in the world. It's Baying Lake in the Dominican Republic, and beneath its surface lies volcanic magma. Entering this water can quite simply lead to death.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all.
Imagine being on a plane, and suddenly the trip lasts 35 years. You boarded in 1954, and you arrived in 1989. What you just heard isn't fantasy. It actually happened a few years back. Precisely on September 4th, 1954, Flight 513 from Santiago Airlines kinda soared from the German city called Aachen. On board, there were 88 passengers and 4 crew members, making it a total of 92 people. The flight was headed to Brazil, exactly towards Porto Alegre, meaning it had to cross the entire Atlantic Ocean. But before the flight could reach its destination, something unexpected happened. When the plane took off from the airport just a few hours later, it completely disappeared from existence, and there was nothing on the radar at all. One day, on October 12, 1989, without any warning or radar detection, the missing plane landed safely at the airport after more than 35 years. The question is, where had the plane been all this time? You want the shocking news? Drop me a follow and wait for part 2.
Смотри на руки. Чувак, погнали! твою мать. Мама в шоке будет. Надеюсь, она не увидит это видео. Давай опять, пацан.
By age 20, you should be old enough to realize this. 1. Life's is 100% better when no one know anything about you. 2. You're at peace with yourself when you mind your own business. 3. You shouldn't take advice from people who are not where you want to be in life. 4. Life doesn't wait for you to be okay. Get up every day and keep pushing through. 5. Never force anyone to choose you. 6. Master your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 7. To avoid disappointment, you need to take people for who they are, not for what you want them to be. 8. Everyone will show you who they are, just give them time. 9. Ensure you take good care of yourself. If anything happens to you, the world will move on. 10. Nobody cares. Work hard to get better every day. 11. If you don't work to build your own dream, someone will hire you and give you a purpose. 12. Free yourself from the society's advice. Most of them have no idea of what they're doing. 13. You need to be smart enough to create your opportunities. Don't wait for them to come to you.
Scary moments in nature caught on camera.
Every step we take is one step closer to the last step we'll ever take. Random facts. The last one could save your life. Quiet people actually talk a lot around the people they're close to. The brain is the most advanced and complex thing we know of, and yet it named itself the brain. Strict parents can turn their kids into more effective liars because children who are afraid to tell the truth learn more deceptive behaviors to avoid getting in trouble. Liking and following makes you smarter every day. Before the final fact. Support us by pressing the plus button for secret facts every day. You can now see if you are being tracked on TikTok. Simply click on share, slide to the side until the end, click on more. If any unknown app appears in the first line before your contacts, it means you are being tracked and you need to delete that app immediately.
Two companies control the world, and yet you don't know who they are. When we think of the most powerful companies in the world, we often think of Apple, Google, or Amazon. However, these companies are small potatoes compared to the two behemoths that are BlackRock and Vanguard. BlackRock and Vanguard are the two most powerful investment funds in the world, with over 15 trillion in assets under management, or roughly 5 times the GDP of France. So how do these two companies control the world? It's simple. Vanguard and BlackRock own shares in all the world's most powerful companies. They are the largest shareholders in Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft. They are veritable financial monsters. The two of them own absolutely everything in pharmaceuticals, transport, banking, and the media. It's simple. Every time you do something, you make BlackRock and Vanguard richer. Look at TF1, you make Vanguard richer. You go on Instagram, you make BlackRock richer. You buy an iPhone, you make Vanguard richer. And the terrifying thing is that when you make Vanguard richer, you also make BlackRock richer, because the two companies are each other's largest shareholders.